Hey there, Parker Reed here, and welcome to PR Media, your home for everything movies and music through my eyes. And today we have a review of the new 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray edition of V for Vendetta. Following a world war, London is a police state occupied by a fascist government, and a vigilante known only as V, played by Hugo uses terrorist tactics to fight the oppressors of the world in which he now lives. When V saves a young woman named Evie, played by Natalie Portman, from the secret police, he discovers an ally in his fight against England's oppressors. V for Vendetta is a movie I've seen multiple times before, but it was just released on 4K for the very first time, and I thought it was a good time to revisit the film. One being it is November 5th, so I had a friend over and we rewatched it, and also the fact that it is really pertaining to the United States and what's going on with COVID-19 right now, almost to a scary degree with all the pandemic talks, the virus, the corrupt governments, the quarantines. I can go on and on about it. It is a good time to talk about this movie and talk about the implications of it and see if it looks good on 4K or not. So let's get into it. So if you plan to pick up V for Vendetta on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, there is a standard slipcase edition available for $24.99. But right here I have the Best Buy Steelbook edition for $29.99, so we'll go through that quick. And on the cover here we have Hugo Weaving as V and then Natalie Portman as Evie on the front. We've got some great imagery here. And this is all a nice matte finish. And we have the end scene here, the logo, V and then Evie with some fireworks. And on the back we have one of the roses that V gives out when he murders anybody. And inside you get a digital code, but I'll save that for later. Make sure you leave a comment below if you want that code. And then we have some artwork here of Evie when she's in the rain. Then the 4K disc is red with the also red V for Vendetta logo. And then the Blu-ray disc, which just has V for Vendetta and a simple clear disc. And then here is the artwork without any discs. If you would like the V for Vendetta digital download code for free in 4K, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment below with why I should pick you. You have to subscribe and leave a comment below of why I should pick you for that code, and I will choose the winner and message you privately. So the visuals for V for Vendetta, they're 4K 2160p. It is widescreen, so that we will have black bars at the top and the bottom. And overall, I thought this was an adequate transfer. It didn't blow me out of the water or anything, but a lot of this movie is set at night, so the blacks are very deep and inky. You're never struggling to see, you're never squinting to see anything. You can always see what's going on, so that's always nice to see. Detail is noticeable over the Blu-ray, but the Blu-ray is like $6, and then the standard edition of this is $24.99, and then the Steelbook is $29.99, so it better have a little bit of an uptick in detail. But overall, I wasn't super impressed with the picture. I thought it was a good transfer. It didn't blow me out of the water or anything like the Game of Thrones Complete Collection did. Maybe if it was full screen and maybe if the detail was amped up and the colors were amped up a little bit, it would have. But I think this did an adequate job. I'd give the visuals for V for Vendetta probably about a B. But the real star of the show for V for Vendetta on 4K is the audio. We have a Dolby Atmos track here, and it's fantastic. The audio in this release is absolutely phenomenal. You never have to struggle to hear the dialogue, which is sometimes a problem on 4K discs. And the Dolby Atmos track really adds a little boomph. It adds a little oomph under there. The music really hits you hard. The classical music, which is most of the music in this film, it is very immersive and it just has a lot of body. It's always very present, and I appreciated that. And the sound effects were great. Gunshots were very loud and hard. I'm sure the neighbors above me thought there was real guns being shot off. Not really, but you can get the picture. So from an audio perspective, I give this about an A. But should you pick up V for Vendetta on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray at the moment, I would say wait for a sale. At $24.99 for the standard edition and $30 for a Steelbook, that's a bit steep for a movie you can get for $5 or $6 on Blu-ray. It will come down to 20 or 15 before too long, so just wait for that. Wait for the holidays, wait for a Black Friday sale. Maybe there will be one of those for this film. But if you really need that Steelbook, or if you're itching to see this movie around this time of the year, I would say pick it up. It is a good movie. I really enjoy the themes of it. It's very heavy. It's very philosophical. So from both a production standpoint and just a movie standpoint, I would definitely recommend 4K for V for Vendetta. Just wait for a sale unless you're a hardcore fan. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw here, you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram and like, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. My name is Parker Reed. You've been watching PR Media. If you want that digital download code for free, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment below of why I should pick you for the code. And in the meantime, keep supporting physical media, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
I suddenly had this feeling that everything was connected. We're all part of it. Are we ready for it? The only verdict is vengeance.